up, YouTube? I'm Pittsburgh DJ Marty. Doing a video. I'm going to call it Finally I Get It, Finally I Understand. A little bit of background information. I was married, got divorced, not by my choice, but by my ex's choice. And met this girl, truly fell for her, head over heels, absolutely adored who she was. And she was a Jehovah's Witness. And we both sort of just kind of stepped away from each other. I don't know if it was because we both knew what was going on, if it was just because we both felt guilty because of what was going on. But we stepped away from each other. We both decided that we were going to meet with the elders, sort of clear it up, and take care of whatever repercussions were going to happen. So, went to the elder who was in charge of my home Bible study. Not my home Bible study, but the Bible study that we had at somebody else's house. Talked to him, and I said, I want to talk to you. Okay, fine. Okay, fine, we'll talk. And he set up a time, and it was really weird, because I just kind of wanted to talk to him. He's like, we'll talk at the Kingdom Hall, which was sort of centrally located. It was between him and I. Made sense. Made sense to me, there. Got there, and there were 3 other elders there. Or, no, I'm sorry, 2 elders. It was 3 elders total. There were 2 other elders there. And no big deal to me. Really, I didn't care. I was going there to come clean, let them know what I had been doing, and was going to move on from there. Keep in mind that I hadn't even seen the girl that I had done the things with for at least a month. Okay, at least a month. Hadn't even seen her. Not gone out, hung out, done anything. It was at least a month since then, because I think we were both undergoing I hate to steal a phrase, but crisis of conscience, where we both felt bad about what we were doing because we felt it was wrong. Went to the meeting. Other elders there. We're sort of sitting there, and the questioning starts easy enough, where it's like, okay, so, well, first of all, they open with prayer. Then they're like, we're here to help you, so let's go over what's happened. And I'm really not the lying type. I hate to lie. So I'm just going to tell you what's going on, what's happened. And in my opinion, once you reach the point where you want to talk to somebody about it, the most important thing is making it right. It's not a matter of discipline. It's not a matter of you've done something wrong, you need to be punished. So, it's like, what happened? I went through the whole scenario. And the girl who I was with, it was innocent enough, us meeting each other. It wasn't like it was a date. It was, we bumped into each other, we met each other, we had a lot in common, we hung out. And it wasn't a thing where either of us was actually looking to be with each other. went over all of that, told him that, the whole met her, did this with her, with other people, did this with her alone, and then we got physical. My issue is that at that point, it no longer became a matter of I'm seeking forgiveness or I'm seeking guidance. Where do I go from here? It then became an interrogation. The questions that were asked, I felt were inappropriate. Okay, did you plan on this? Did you have an orgasm? Various sexual technique questions. Did you buy condoms? Did you do this? Did you do that? And I'm sitting there, and anybody who's ever been through this, I'm sure you understand this. You're sitting there, and the questions are coming at you. You hear them, but you're too busy thinking and going, are they really asking this? To understand the questions. Questions about positions, questions about, as I said before, condoms, questions about oral sex, the whole 9 yards. There were so many questions that were asked when, bottom line, the big question that should have been asked is, there are two. Are you still doing this? Which the answer would have been no. And do you feel like any sort of remorse for doing this? Which would have been yes. Okay? I do. And I did. I'm saying remorse because I feel very bad about what I did to somebody who, even though they knew my scenario, didn't have to get caught up in it. And that's it. That's it. I'm all about full responsibility. I think I'm responsible for having done this. I didn't force her to. I didn't make her. But I still feel responsible for it. Even though she knew who I was, where I was, what had happened. As a matter of fact, she was the cousin of one of my best friends as a Jehovah's Witness. So she knew. There's no denying she knew. She used to make comments about my ex when we would be somewhere and would come across my ex. So she knew. The bottom line is, I didn't think that all of this detail-oriented questioning was necessary. That's not what the Bible says. If you're going to believe the Bible, it is a matter of what's in that person's heart. If you take the example of the prodigal son and look at the prodigal son, did he walk up and the dad interrogate him? No. No. What happened in the Bible is the prodigal son came home and the father accepted him. He threw a party for him. Excuse me. Because prodigal son wanted to make things right. And that's sort of what we were doing. Make it right. Let's get on with this. Let's face whatever's going to happen. And if, after we do what we have to do, it's okay, then it's okay. However, at that point, we all have that voice where we sort of look at everything and we go, this isn't right, so I'm not going to go any further. And that's what happened.